guys, welcome back. This is Mark Guerra, National Consultant with Ambit Energy. Thank you for watching our YouTube channel, Ambit's Finest. We're bringing another awesome training for you today. I've been having people ask me about how to enroll customers. You know, when you put a brand new consultant in, what do you want them to do first? Become their own customer, right? But they don't know how to do it. We're gonna show you how to do that from the very beginning. How they put in their website, how they put in their name, all the way to getting that A number at the end. So let's go ahead and get started.
All right guys, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Open up your Explorer and click up here, and we're gonna go ahead and put in your website. So for this example, I'm gonna use mine, markguerra.joinambit.com. All right, once you do that, you hit enter, and it should take you to your website where you enroll customers. So once you get to that website, you want to make sure that it shows your name on there. It's very important. So make sure it has your correct name. Here, as you see, it says Mark and Olivia Guerra, and it has your title. Make sure it has it just to make sure that's the right one. Then you're going to go ahead and scroll down and begin enrolling your electric customer. So we'll start with the zip code. We're going to go ahead and put in a zip code, 77506. And you're gonna click whether you want commercial or residential. For this example, we're gonna go ahead and do residential. Second question is, are you a current Ambit Energy customer, yes or no? For this one, it might be a brand new consultant of yours that's making themselves a customer, so they're gonna probably not have already been an Ambit customer. You click no, and then click on show me the rates. The next step is deciding whether this person is getting new service or just changing providers at their current location. If he's a consultant that's now wanting to become an Ambit customer, he already probably has electricity, so it's going to be changing providers at my current location. If there's somebody that's moving into a brand new house or an apartment or something like that, then it would be, of course, you would click on beginning service at a new location. We're just going to click changing providers. You're going to click show me the rates, and now it's going to start to show you the rates. E-plan pricing is when you do the paperless and auto pay. We're going to go ahead and turn that off just for this example, and we're going to look at the different plans. There's a 6-month, 12-month, 24-month. We got green energy. There's even a 3-month plan in here, variable and green variable. I do not recommend these. Down here, most people, we're going to get them on either the 12 or the 24-month. Because time flies and you want to go ahead and lock down those rates. If someone's real rate conscious, you know, they can give us a try with our 6-month one. Again, when it shows the 9.8 cents, that's including the delivery charges. If you click view plan information, you'll be able to see what our actual energy rate is, which is 8.7 cents. Okay, so that just shows you how that looks. Let's go ahead and sign this gentleman up under the 12-month plan. We click the sign up button, and once that loads up, we're going to be able to start entering his information. There we go. All right, this is the service time and location. The first question here is, when do you want to get your electricity turned on? As soon as possible, which is usually less than 7 days. Or would you like to turn it on a specific date? If you select specific date, that's for someone, maybe they have a contract. You can go out up to 90 days without it affecting their contract. So let's say their contract was going to expire, 82 days from now. You can click on specific date and sign up for 83 days later for the power to switch. You'll still get credit right away, and they will not get any kinds of penalties for breaking their contract because they didn't break it. Next is the ESI ID number. This is on your bill. If you don't have their bill, it's not a big deal. Just click on the service address one, and you can start to put in their information. The ones in bold are the ones you have to have. If you don't have something there, it's not going to find it. So make sure you read them. Where it says street number, it's not the street name, it's just the actual street number. Sometimes when you first do it, it's a little confusing. And let's say it was 2603 East Harris Street for an example. You don't put the east up here or in the name. It has its own space right here. If you don't know what it is, just leave it blank, and they'll still possibly find it for you. It's better to put less information than more. For the street name, you go ahead and put the street name in there. And then you can, if there's an apartment, if it's an apartment, you would put the apartment number and then the city. We're gonna go ahead and put Pasadena. The state's there and the zip code's already in there, so we can now hit continue. It says that this service location already has service from Ambit Energy, and the reason it's saying that is maybe the previous person there had electricity or not. You would just call in to Ambit, to consultant support, let them know. They'll double check and see if the person moved out or not. They could update the system, or they can just go ahead and release it for you, and then you can go ahead and continue from there. All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and just change it to 2605 for this example. I just wanted you to see that, what would happen and what you needed to do if that pops up there. So this is not a real customer, so just for the training purposes of this video, we're gonna put 2605 and continue on. So now it's gonna give you, again, a chance to verify the address, make sure everything's correct. If not, you can modify it here, but everything is correct. So we just click on My Info is correct, and then it'll take us to the next step. And let's see, loading. All right, so the next step, you now start to put in your customer's information. This person is John Doe, so we go ahead and type it in, and then we click continue. Now we're gonna verify that the name was spelled correctly, that we put everything right, and we'll just hit that the information is correct. If not, you can click the other button to go ahead and edit that. This is paperless billing. I would not recommend paperless billing to do that for a brand new customer. They can call up and get that added unless they told you they really want that. Reason being, if you do paperless billing, they won't get a bill. And if they didn't know that, they're not gonna be happy when their power gets cut off. So make sure you are careful with that. Again, it's showing your contact information. You are the consultant that this customer is going under. If that is not what you want, then you need to go ahead and cancel that out. We're gonna go ahead and put your customer's name in here, and we're gonna put the date of birth of the customer. And now we wanna make sure we do it exactly like it says here. Exactly. If not, it will not go through. So we don't put the slashes, and for the year we put the 4 digits. If not, it won't go through. So just go back and make sure it looks like this example here. Now we're gonna go ahead and put the social in next, and it's gonna ask us to put it in 2 times just to make sure that we have the correct social. Then we're gonna go ahead and put in the phone number. Now, if you're saying, well, they only have a cell phone, not a home number, it's okay. Just go ahead and put their cell phone number where it says home, because if you don't, it will not go through. So you wanna make sure you put the phone number where it says the bold letters. If you put their cell phone down here, that's fine, but you need to put it again over here, because if not, it will not go through. Then you're gonna go ahead and put the email. So we're gonna go ahead and put johndoe@gmail.com, and then go ahead and confirm the email again. Now that you make sure everything is correct, you can kind of go through and see everything you had clicked at the beginning. Just verify everything, and then click that the customer accepts. They would like to be a customer. Hit submit. When this screen pops up, what it's doing is just letting you know that you didn't put a cell phone number or a work number, but it's okay. You're gonna hit okay there. If they did have more numbers, you could add those in there at the time, but I'm just gonna say okay. Now what it's gonna do is it's gonna determine if this person has a deposit or not. So it's doing a very light credit check on the person, and it's gonna let us know if there's a deposit. Now this is a house, and remember, the maximum deposit on a house is $280. So depending on Mr. John Doe's credit, it's gonna determine what the deposit is. In this case, it was a $280 deposit, which was the max. And you do want to proceed with the order. A lot of times some consultants will get to this point and then they'll say no and get out of it and call their customer and tell them there was a $280 deposit. And then if the customer says, okay, I still want to go ahead and do it, they have to re-enter all the information again. So make sure you always hit yes, and I'm going to explain why. Once you hit yes, it now is going to give you the option to split the deposit in 2 payments. Now, if it's below a certain amount, it's not going to let you split it anymore. But at 280, 240, it'll still let you split it. So if this person is a consultant, leave it as pay the entire deposit, because when you call to get your deposit waived, the up to $210 on a house, if you do the split deposit here, then they're only going to waive that part. So you want them to waive more than that, all the way up to the max, which is $210. So just click on the 280 deposit and hit continue, and then that consultant could call in and get their credit. If it's just a customer, then you always want to split it for them, because if you don't split it, you can't go back and split it without canceling the account out. But if you do split it, they can still pay the whole amount. The next screen is where you actually put in the credit card information for the customer to pay that deposit. Here you would then just put pay later. You're going to click on the pay later, not submit, because you don't have their credit information and you want them to get that deposit waived. Next screen shows you if you would like to sign up for auto payments. You don't want to do auto payments at this time, so you just put no and hit continue. If the customer requested it, then of course you can do that. The next screen shows some services about the Ambit AC heat shield and the surge protection. It already says no. If they requested something like that, then you can change it. For this example, we're going to put that they would not like any of those protection programs. Now, as you can see, you've completed your enrolling a customer. You got the A number, gives you a little overview on everything. Make sure you write this number down so you can let them know what their number is. And then it has the different numbers where they can call to do the third-party verification. And that's about it. That's how simple it is to go ahead and enroll your customers. And we really appreciate you tuning in to our YouTube channel, and look forward to a lot more training videos. Hopefully this will be really helpful for you and your consultants. Thank you.